What is up, YouTube? Back in Madden 23. Today we're going to be doing the T.J Hockenson Minnesota Vikings rebuild. They traded for him from the Detroit Lions. He's definitely one of the best receiving tight ends in the NFL. 25 years old. He is currently 89 overall with Star Dev in his fourth season right now. He's still under contract for this season and one more season. In 2023, he's going to be making $9.3 million, so we're going to end up having to re-sign him to a long-term deal. Obviously, the Vikings wouldn't have traded for him if they didn't intend on doing that. But we also have Kirk Cousins, 82 overall. He has normal dev. Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson both have X Factor. Adam Thielen's Asian. He's 87 overall with Superstar dev. The offensive line is not terrible. I mean, they're actually pretty decent. They have a lot of room to grow. Defensively, there's a lot of superstars on the team. We got Harrison Smith, Daniil Hunter, Eric Kendricks, Zadarius Smith coming over from the Packers. They drafted Andrew Booth Jr. He's cornerback 3 right now. The Vikings are currently sitting at 9-2 after winning on Thanksgiving night. Madden has updated the Play Now feature, but only to week 10, and I guess they don't plan on doing it again until the end of the season. I'm not really sure. So I was able to start from week 10 with the realistic stats and everything, and then I had to force a loss and a win in order to make the record match the 9-2. So we're going to go ahead and get into this season and see what happens when we get to the playoffs. Here at the end of the season, we finished 12-5, won the division. The Packers went 10-7. The Lions and the Bears both went 6-11. See what's going on here with the stats for the season. We had the 18th ranked offense. Kirk Cousins looked like he had an okay season. Defensively, 12th. So Kirk Cousins threw 4,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 64% completion with only a 93 rating. That's not that great. I like my quarterback to have around 100 rating. Rushing wise, we got Dalvin Cook had 1,000 yards, 4.2 per carry with 10 touchdowns. Alexander Madison had 5 rushing touchdowns on 3.7 per carry with 300 yards. Receiving, Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the entire NFL, had 100 catches, 1,500 yards, only 6 touchdowns. Adam Thielen, 89 catches, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. T.J Hockenson, 71 catches, 831 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's actually helping the team out a lot there. KJ Osborne had 60 catches, 679 yards, 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Jordan Hicks led the team in tackles with 122. Kendricks had 114. Zadarius Smith had 17 TFLs. Daniil Hunter had 15, and Harrison Phillips had 13. Daniil Hunter led the team in sacks with 12.5. Zadarius Smith had 10.5. Harrison Smith led the team in interceptions with 4. Patrick Peterson had 2, and 5 guys had 1 interception. We do have Lewis Seen on the team. He's a rookie safety, but he's injured for the whole season with a broken leg. We're going to be playing against the division rival Green Bay Packers, who went 10-7 on the year in the wild card round. We also have the Seahawks against the Giants, the Bucks against the Cowboys, and the Eagles had a first round bye week. I'm going to simulate this game and see if we get this win or not. Packers ended up beating us 42-21. What the heck? Cowboys beat the Bills in the Super Bowl 34-14 to win their 6th Super Bowl. Dak Prescott won Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Nick Sirianni won Coach of the Year with the Eagles. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Von Miller won Defensive Player of the Year with the Bills. Damian Pierce won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Texans. And Aiden Hutchinson won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Lions. We have $43 million in cap space. I'm definitely going to bring back Dalvin Tomlinson. He's 29 years old, 80 overall, star dev. He wants a 1-year deal for just over $9 million. Go ahead and offer it to him. Now he wants to go to free agency. All right, well, never mind then. Patrick Peterson, he's still 77 overall with normal dev. He's 33 years old. Probably try to bring him back for 1 more season. Nope, he wants to go to free agency as well. All right, well, nobody wants to come back. Garrett Bradbury, definitely want to bring him back. He has no interest as well, so let's go ahead and bump him up to a 3-year deal and see if he'll re-sign with us. He's coming back. Well, that's good. At least we got somebody. Crap. Madison, I don't think that we really need him. 25 years old. He's going to end up probably being a starter for someone else, possibly. Irv Smith, we definitely don't need him since we just got T.J Hockenson. And I think that that's going to be it for everyone else. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Kirk Cousins is all the way down to a 76 overall. He's 35 years old, so I'm going to probably try to get 1 more season out of him, see how that goes. Hockenson's up to 89 overall with star dev. I don't think that we need to do anything on the offensive line. I'm going to try to let Ingram develop since he was a rookie, but now he's going into his 2nd year. Dalvin Cook lost his X factor, but he's still pretty good. And Jefferson obviously is a beast. I don't think that we need a wide receiver, maybe a wide receiver 3, but we'll see how that goes. Defensively, We do need, well, we're going to get Lewis Seen back. He is going to be 76 overall with star dev. So he'll be starting over here. I guess the linebackers, we can roll with what we got for now. Harrison Smith's going to start aging and regressing quickly. We do need a defensive tackle and a defensive end, and probably a true #1 corner. Free agency, I'm getting William Jackson III at cornerback. He's 79 overall, star dev, scheme fit. Gonna get him for a 1-year deal. Bringing in a punter and a kicker, and also I'm getting Akeem Hicks. He was a defensive end, but I'm moving him to defensive tackle since he's 347 pounds. 78 overall, 33 years old. I did try to get Dalvin Tomlinson back, but he was not interested in re-signing. And getting Larry Ogunjobi at defensive end for 1 year as well. Here in the first round of the draft, we have pick 24 since we made it to the playoffs. I'm going to draft this cornerback, Brandon Pounds from Oklahoma. He is man-to-man scheme fit. Got him 100% scouted. He is a true first-round talent. 6'3", 193 pounds. He's 23 years old. Physicals-wise, he has elite change of direction, good agility, great speed, good jumping. And we know for sure that he has B man coverage, C zone coverage. He actually has a B kick return, so that's a little extra. A catching. He only has normal dev 94 speed, so hopefully he's a pretty high overall and can be a starter for us right away. Here in the third round, we did not have a second round pick, so we're going to be drafting this quarterback, Charlie Knight. He's an improviser, scheme fit. I have him 100% scouted. His true talent is day 3, which is, technically round 4 to 7. Well, he actually looks pretty decent. I have him 100% scouted, so we know a lot of stuff about him. He has decent speed, good throw power, good change of direction, and his skills, he has B deep accuracy, B medium, B short, A throw on the run, A under pressure, and B trucking. Normal dev, 90 throw power, 78 speed, so maybe we can slowly develop him into being the replacement. Here in the fourth round, I'm going to draft this defensive tackle, Spencer Ricard. He's a run stopper, scheme fit. We do need to try to get younger on the defensive line. This guy's from Penn State, 6'3", 296 pounds. He's 21 years old, so he's pretty young. He has decent acceleration, good jumping, good speed, good strength. So he looks like a decent athlete. Normal dev, 87 strength, 71 speed. Here in the fifth round, this is the last draft pick that we have for the entire draft. I'm going to draft this free safety, Brian Lynn from Rice. He's 6'3", 208 pounds, run support, so he'll be getting moved to strong safety. He's 23 years old. He has elite strength with good speed, and he runs the fastest 40-yard dash of all the safeties. And it looks like he did pretty good in his pro day and his combine. He's in the top 5 in everything except for the 20-yard shuttle. Skills wise, he has B hit power, and we don't really know a whole lot about him. So normal dev, 89 speed with 75 strength. Checking out the draft recap, and it looks like things didn't go too well for us after the first round. In the first round, the cornerback Brandon Pounds is 75 overall. He's a really good overall for someone that has normal dev, so definitely going to make sure that he's a starter on the team, so he has a potential to develop as far as winning defensive rookie of the year, or maybe getting the most interceptions, something to make him go up in dev trait. Charlie Knight, the quarterback, he's only a 66 overall. That's freaking terrible. Definitely just going to be a backup for us. I decided I was going to take a chance and maybe get lucky and find someone in the 70s in the third round at quarterback. Defensive tackle is only 63 overall, and the safety is only 64. So checking out the entire NFL draft, the #1 pick was a wide receiver, 81 overall, went to the Texans. And he was the highest overall in the entire class, along with the 77 overall wide receiver that went #2 to the Raiders. This is what the team is looking like for the start of season 2. We got Kirk Cousins, he's a 76 overall, normal dev. Dalvin Cook's a 94 with superstar. Jefferson's a 96 with X Factor. Thielen's a 85 with star. Hawkinson's a 89 with star. Weakest point is going to be this right guard Ingram. He's 69 with normal dev. We'll see how he goes throughout this season. And then on the defense, we brought in Hicks at defensive tackle, Ogunjobi at defensive end. I'm thinking I'm going to trade William Jackson because he's the oldest guy of the group, and we just drafted Pounds. We got Dantzler and Booth Jr., who are both still young. So I want to make sure that Booth Jr. gets playing time. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and trade Jackson and make the corners all young so they have the maximum chance of developing. And Zadarius Smith's at X Factor. What the heck? I didn't even recognize that. That's good to see. Harrison Smith's 89. Let's see how old he is. He's got to be getting up there. He is 34, so yeah, he's going to start falling off hardcore. That's why I drafted that safety to see if he would be good enough to replace him, but we'll see how things go. Almost forgot that I needed to trade away William Jackson. The Bears were interested in him, and they were willing to give me a 3rd-round pick. Here at the midseason point, we're off to a great start. We're 6-1. The Lions are 4-2. The Packers are 4-3, and the Bears are 3-4. See what players we have to negotiate here. We got $90 million in cap space. We definitely want to bring T.J Hockenson back. He's the whole reason why we're doing this rebuild. He's 26 years old, 90 overall with star dev. He wants a 4-year deal for basically $50 million. So I offered that to him. He's not considering short deals at the moment, so he wants another year or 2 added onto the deal. Eric Kendricks, I do want to bring him back. Probably wait till the end of the year since he's 31 years old. He's going to start regressing. Daniil Hunter, he is 28 years old, 85 overall with star dev. I'll go ahead and try to offer him this 4-year deal for $63 million. He looks like he has a pretty good amount of interest in re-signing. He's coming back. He's happy to come back. Cam Dantzler is 24 years old, 79 overall, star dev. He wants a 5-year deal for $30 million. He's not extremely interested in re-signing, so I'm going to bump him up to a 6-year deal. He's coming back, locked in for the rebuild. Keem Hicks is going to be a 1-year thing. Jordan Hicks, I'm going to wait till the end of the season. He's 31, he's 77 overall with normal dev, so he's probably going to start falling off pretty quick. Kirk Cousins, definitely not bringing him back. We're moving on. By the end of the season, he's probably going to be like low 70, maybe 71, 70 overall. I simulated to week 11 so I could do my focus scouting, and I'm going to try to re-sign T.J Hockenson. He wanted another year on the deal, so let's bump him up to a 5-year deal. He wants even more. All right, well, we're going to have to go to the next week and make sure we get him back. Simulated to the next week, and now I'm going to offer him the 6-year deal. He's finally re-signing. Thank you, sir. End of the regular season, we won the division again, and we finished 10-7. The Packers finished 10-7. The Bears went 7-10, and the Lions went 7-10. Check out the season stats here. We had the 7th ranked offense, and it looks like Kirk Cousins had a way better season than last year, and 32nd on defense. Dang, defense is trash. Kirk Cousins threw 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. 64% completion with a 103 rating. So yeah, he actually had a great season. Charlie Knight, the quarterback that I drafted, he had 1 completion on 1 attempt for 1 touchdown for 8 yards. He had 100% completion with the 139.5. He's the GOAT backup. Dalvin Cook had 1,255 yards, 5.2 per carry with 14 touchdowns. The backup running back only had 2.4 per carry, but he had 11 rushing touchdowns. Justin Jefferson had 123 yards rushing with 1 touchdown also. Nice. Receiving wise, Adam Thielen led the team with 1,294 yards, 10 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson had 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Osborne, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. T.J Hockenson, 61 catches, 655 yards, and 4 tutties. Defensively, Eric Kendricks led the team in tackles with 150. Zadarius Smith and Harrison Phillips both had 13 TFLs. Zadarius Smith led the team in sacks with 8.5. Daniil Hunter's only getting 4.5. Man, we need to do something about our sacks, man. But I mean, we have these guys locked up, so there's nothing we can do about it. Dang, the rookie corner had 6 interceptions. Let's go. Dude might win Defensive Player of the Year, or I mean, Defensive Rookie of the Year at least. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other guys that had 1 interception, but it's the Brandon Pound show. Going to be playing against division rival Green Bay Packers in the playoffs once again. They're 10-7. They knocked us out of the playoffs last year. We also have the Cowboys against the Eagles, the 49ers against the Rams, and the Buccaneers had a bye week. I'm going to simulate this playoff game and see if we get us a win or not. The Packers ended up beating us again, 30-24. What the heck, man? We just can't beat them. The Packers ended up winning the Super Bowl 42-35 against the Bengals to win their 5th ever Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl MVP. Russell Wilson won MVP of the regular season with the Broncos, while Zach Taylor won Coach of the Year with the Bengals. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. And look at that, Defensive Rookie of the Year, our cornerback Brandon Pounds with the Vikings. Nice, he should be getting a dev trait boost for sure. Decided to come and check out the cornerback to see what his dev trade is, and yeah, he jumped up to star dev. He's also the highest rated corner on the team already. Check out his progression history and see. So he jumped up to superstar dev when he won that Rookie of the Year, but for some reason he got a development trait decrease after that to go down to star dev. I don't understand how the hell Madden figures this stuff out, man. If a dude just had a Defensive Rookie of the Year award and he jumped up to Superstar Dev, how the hell is he regressing to normal or to Star Dev like just like that? Don't make no sense, man. 71 million in cap space, and pretty much the only person I'm gonna be bringing back is Eric Kendricks. He's 32 years old, 86 overall scheme fit, and he's Superstar Dev too, so that's good to see. He wants a 2-year deal for 21 million. I'm gonna offer that to him. He's coming back. I don't think I'm gonna re-sign anybody else. Jordan Hicks is already down to a 73 overall. Kirk Cousins is down to a 71. I was scouting quarterbacks heavily in the draft, so hopefully we can draft one. Do want to bring Ezra Cleveland back. He's 26 years old, 77 scheme fit with Star Dev. He's not interested in re-signing. He wants 2 years, 11 mil, so I'm gonna bump him up to a 4-year deal. He's coming back. Want to make sure that we got him back. And then Ogunjobi's a 75 overall. Moving on from him. Pretty much that's going to be it for everyone else. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Obviously, we're not going to be rolling with Knight at quarterback. I definitely plan on drafting one. We got Dalvin Cook, Jefferson. I mean, the offense is still looking pretty decent. Adam Thielen's starting to regress. He's down to 82, so we're going to have to think about wide receiver after this season. Ingram's up to a 72, so he's been developing. He was a 68 the first season, so we can still roll with the same offensive lineman. Hockenson's a 90 with Star Dev. Defensively, we need another defensive tackle and defensive end, another middle linebacker, and I think we're just going to roll with everyone else in the entire defense. Dantzler's a 77, Boots a 75, and Pounds is a 78. Free agency, I got Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, 83 overall with Star Dev. Fletcher Cox, another defensive tackle, 81 overall with Star Dev. So I'm going to move one of them to defensive end, probably Ed Oliver since he weighs less. And also got Joe Schobert at middle linebacker, 75 overall. This is what the quarterback situation is looking like in the draft for the prospects. We got 2 of them that projected to be top 5, but 100% scouted. They're both only first to second rounders. And then after that, there's a huge drop off to day 3 talents. And the only one I have 100% scouted is this guy, and he's still a potential undrafted free agent. So basically, we're going to have to trade up, and we're going to have to trade multiple first round picks in order to get one of these guys with the top 1 or 2 picks. And it looks to me like Steve Owens is probably the better option, but we'll see how this goes. So I decided that I'm just going to let the first round pick, or number 1 pick, get simulated by the Giants. They're going to have that pick, so I'm going to skip ahead, and whoever they pick, I'm going to trade up for the Jaguars and draft the other quarterback that's still available. Alright, they took Schroeder, so we're going to take the other guy. Alright, I was able to get the first round pick number 2 from the Jaguars, but I had to trade away my first round pick this year, first round pick next year, and my second round pick this year in order to make it happen. So we're going to be drafting Steve Owens, the quarterback from James Madison College. I don't know what that is, never heard of it. He's a field general. He's 6'3", 227 pounds, projected top 5, but his true talent is a first to second rounder. This is a guy that I wanted anyways when I looked at both the quarterbacks. This guy is 21 years old. Physicals wise, he has great throw power. His speed is marginal. He has good change of direction. Skills wise, he has A awareness with B deep accuracy, A medium, B short, B throw on the run, and A trucking. He's only got normal dev. What the crap? 93 throw power is pretty good though. Here in the 3rd round, since we had to trade away our 2nd rounder in order to move up, I'm going to draft this middle linebacker Otis Williams from Florida State. He's a field general scheme fit, 6'3", 225 pounds. This guy looks like he might be a true top 5 talent because he looks freaking amazing. He's 23 years old, but he has great acceleration, good jumping, great speed, good strength. He has the potential to have A in a few things, and some of the stuff that we do know, he has A hit power, B man coverage, B pursuit. He only has normal depth, but he has 88 speed. Here in the 4th round, I'm going to draft this wide receiver, Darren Everett from North Carolina State. He's 6'3", 230 pounds. He's a physical receiver. We need someone to take over for Adam Thielen after a year or 2, so this guy's 22 years old. He has solid speed, good strength, great jumping, good change of direction with good agility. Skills wise, he has B catching traffic, B catching. He has the potential to have A in a lot of stuff, so we're taking a chance on him. He only has normal dev, 89 speed, 92 jumping. Here in the 4th round, I'm going to draft this right tackle, Nelson Clayton from Clemson. He's 6'4", 306 pounds, agile scheme fit. If he's good enough, we might be able to make him the starter at right guard. 21 years old, and athletics-wise or physical traits-wise, he has great acceleration, great agility, good change of direction, good jumping, good speed, solid strength. A, lead block. He has B, run block finesse. He's got hidden dev with 86 strength. Here in the 6th round, I'm going to draft this outside linebacker Eli McLeod from Oklahoma. He's 6'3", 253 pounds, speed rusher, scheme fit. 23 years old, he has B, block shed, good speed, skills. We saw he had B, block shed, C, finesse moves, and his power moves, there's only a D. 6th round, we're taking a chance. His 82 speed probably ain't going to be nothing. The quarterback we drafted is a 75 overall, so that is definitely good to see because we went all in on a quarterback. He's got a -3 morale reducer right now for some reason. He's playing down to a 72. He has 93 throw power, and his accuracies are all close to 80 or in the 80s. Speed, he has 74 speed, 77 agility, 83 change of direction. His awareness is actually a 78, but it's down to a 76. So I think that was a pretty good pick overall. We had no choice but to take a quarterback. Otis Williams, 3rd round linebacker I drafted, as a 73 overall with 88 speed. He's a field general, scheme fit. He only had normal dev. I wonder what his coverage stuff is. He has 63 zone. That's terrible. I was wondering if I might be able to move him to safety, but not with that. Not with that coverage. And then the wide receiver we drafted in the 4th round is a 70 overall. He had 89 speed with normal dev. And then there was a right tackle we drafted. He's only a 63 overall, but he has hidden dev. What the heck? Yeah, he's definitely going to be a backup. All right, let's check out the entire NFL draft. The other quarterback was a 74 overall, so we definitely got the best quarterback. Highest in the whole draft, the 80 overall strong safety that went to the Broncos, the 80 overall running back that went to the Rams. And then there was a 77 overall wide receiver, and then it drops off. The team is looking like for the start of season 3. We got the rookie quarterback Owen starting. He's 75 with normal div. Dalvin Cook's a 95 superstar. Jefferson's a 98 X factor. Thielen's a 82 with star. Hockenson's a 90 with star. And then the weak spot on the offensive line is still this guy Ingram. Maybe Clayton can pass him in a year or two. Defensively, I think I'm going to end up starting that rookie middle linebacker Williams over Schobert. So I'll probably just trade Schobert away and make sure that Williams gets all the reps that he can possibly get. Kendrick's a superstar. Zadarius Smith is a superstar. Lewis Seen's a 78 star. Harrison Smith's a 86 with star. And we have star devs everywhere. We brought in Ed Oliver and Fletcher Cox on the defensive line, so hopefully the defense can do better than 32nd overall. The way Joe Schobert and the Buccaneers are willing to give us Rachaad White, the running back, he's a 74 overall, so he'll end up being the backup for us. Here at the midseason point, we're off to a great start. Once again, we're 5-2, leading the division. The Bears are 4-3, the Packers are 2-4, and the Lions are 1-6. See what players we have to negotiate with. We got $94 million in cap space, and we got to sign Justin Jefferson to a long-term deal. So Darius Smith, we got to figure out what we want to do with him, and Adam Thielen. So yeah, we have some choices to make here. Justin Jefferson, obviously we want to bring him back for as long as he wants to play. I don't care if he's 80 years old and wants to play, he's still going to be on the team. We're going to offer him a 7-year deal for a crap ton of money. He's coming back. Darius Smith, I do want to bring him back. I'm probably going to wait till the end of the year. Since he's 31 years old, he's probably going to regress a little bit. He's 87 overall, superstar dev. Adam Thielen, I'm going to wait till the end of the year as well. He's 34, so he's probably going to start falling off a lot. Fletcher Cox, wait till the end of the season on him. Harrison Phillips, he's not really interested. I'm going to wait till the end of the year since he's 28. I will try to bring back the punter. He wants more money. Alright, we can find someone else, dude. And the kicker, Jake Elliott. He's actually interested in re-signing, so he should sign this deal. Really? You want to go somewhere else too? Alright, well, screw you then, bro. End of the regular season, we won the division for the 3rd season in a row. We finished 12-5. The Bears went 8-9. The Lions went 7-10, and the Packers went 4-13. So we don't have to worry about them knocking us out of the playoffs this year. Checking out the player stats, with the 23rd ranked offense. Pretty much expected not to have a great offense with the rookie quarterback, and then defensively 5th. So we had a really good defense. Owens actually had a good rookie season, 4,300 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions. 68% completion with the 102 rating. That's pretty freaking good for a rookie. Dalvin Cook had 1,000 yards, 4.3 per carry with 12 touchdowns. And then Rachaad White, we traded for him with Joe Schobert, the middle linebacker. He had 2.9 per carry with 6 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson led the team with 1,190 yards, receiving 6 touchdowns. Darren Everett, a rookie wide receiver, had 860 yards, 8 touchdowns. Adam Thielen, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. T.J Hockenson, 62 catches, 771 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Defensively, Eric Kendricks led the team in tackles with 127. Fletcher Cox had 15 TFLs. Zadarius Smith had 12, and Ed Oliver had 12. Zadarius Smith led the team in sacks with 9. Ed Oliver had 8.5. Daniil Hunter had 7, and Fletcher Cox had 4.5. Interceptions, Cam Dantzler had 5. Nice. Eric Kendricks had 4. Zadarius Smith had 2. The rookie middle linebacker Otis Williams had 2 interceptions and a sack. Brandon Pounds on his second season had 2 interceptions, and Andrew Booth Jr. had 1. So we're going to be playing against the 11-6 Seattle Seahawks. Apparently they got Mike Evans on their team as their leading receiver. He didn't even have 1,000 yards. He had 960 yards with only 5 touchdowns. And so we also had the Cowboys against the Rams, the Panthers against the Bucks, and then the 49ers had a first-round bye week. Gonna simulate this wild card game and see if we can get us a win finally. It's our 3rd time in the playoffs, so hopefully we can actually get us a dub. And we do. We won 35-18. We're gonna be playing against the 13-4 49ers the next round. And on the other side, we have the Cowboys against the Panthers. See if we get us a win. Let's try to get 2 in a row. And we get the win, 20-17. Very nice. We're gonna be playing against the 13-4 Carolina Panthers in the conference championship game. I will be doing a super sim on this for sure. And on the other side, we have the Titans against the Bengals. The Panthers knocked out the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, so they must have a pretty good team. Playing in Carolina, NFC Championship game, we're up 7-3 in the first. Rookie quarterback took us further than Kirk Cousins could. We're up 14-3 in this second quarter. We're up 21-3, my bad. We're up 24-3, 24-6 now in the third. Looks like we might be getting us a win here. We're up 27-6 in the fourth. Now it's 30-13, and we got the win. We're going to the Super Bowl with a rookie freaking quarterback. Woo! Super Bowl week, we're going to be playing against the 10-7 Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see what they did. They started as the number 4 seed. They beat the Ravens 42-35. Then they beat the number 1 seed Bills 28-17, and then they beat the number 2 seed Titans 33-30. Looks like we're playing in Dallas for the Super Bowl. We're down 7-0 in the first. We're down 14-0 in the second, now 14-7. We scored a touchdown. Now it's tied 14-0 in the second quarter. 17-14, we're losing in the third. Come on, keep it close to get us a win, man. We're down by 10 right now in the fourth. Now it's 24-21, we're losing 27-21. And we lost the freaking Super Bowl, man. 27-21. It was a pretty good game, though. The Bengals beat us in the Super Bowl 27-21 to win their first ever Super Bowl. Joe Burrow won MVP of the Super Bowl. Panthers quarterback Brendan Drummond won MVP. What the heck? Matt Rule won Coach of the Year with the Panthers. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year with the 49ers. We have 4 players retired. Fletcher Cox retired after 13 years. Adam Thielen retired after 12 years. Harrison Smith retired after 13 years. And Mark Glowinski retired after 11 years. So we're going to have to replace at least 3 starters on the team. I don't know if Glowinski was a starter or not. We have $99 million in cap space. Zadarius Smith is 32 years old. He did drop down to an 84 overall. He does still have superstar, though. He wants 2 years, basically 20 mil. I'm going to offer that to him and see if he accepts it. He's not interested in signing. Alright. Harrison Phillips, he went down to normal dev. Probably just move on from him and see if we can upgrade his position. If not, then we'll just try to bring him back in free agency. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Owen still only has normal dev. He's technically, what is that, a 77? He's playing up to 81 with the +4 morale boost. Definitely need some more wide receivers. Thielen retired, so Justin Jefferson's a 99 X factor. T.J Hockenson's playing up to a 94 overall with star dev. I think the offensive line is still looking pretty good for now. Defensively, we're gonna have to do something about Zadarius Smith. We lost him. We need another defensive tackle and another defensive end, and we also need to replace Harrison Smith at strong safety. So there's gonna be a little bit of turnover for us. And Andrew Booth Jr. lost his freaking star depth. Come on, dude. I did try to bring Zadarius Smith back. I tried to bring in a lot of like other guys. I tried to bring in some big time wide receivers, some safeties. Nobody wanted to sign with us except for DJ Reader, defensive tackle is the best we got, 89 overall. He has star dev. He's 31 years old. Bringing in a punter. Had to bring in Marcus May at strong safety. I did try to get, I think it was Eddie Jackson at strong safety. He was like 81 or 82 overall, but he turned us down. Ended up getting Joshua Palmer at wide receiver. He was literally the highest overall that would actually sign with us. Tried to get a bunch of other guys, but they all turned us down. Bringing in Zach Allen at defensive end, Tyler Bass at kicker, and then Clavon Chason is going to be our pass rush and outside linebacker. He's only a 72 overall, but I literally could not get anyone to sign with us. Can see if we can try to get someone in the draft or maybe trade for someone, but we're going to see how the draft goes first. Here in the first round of the draft, we did not have a first round pick this year since we traded up for that quarterback last year, but I did have two strong safeties that are 100% scouted, and both of them were top 5 picks for sure. One of them already got drafted, so I don't want the second one to get drafted. The Patriots have the next pick, which is going to be the 16th pick in the first round. So I'm trading a first round pick, second round pick, and 5th round pick all next year in order to trade up and draft this top 5 for sure guy with the number 16 pick. The value was too good to pass up. Yeah, we really needed to go ahead and replace Harrison Smith with somebody. I know we just signed, was it Marcus May at safety, but he was just a short-term thing anyways. We're going to draft this strong safety, Zach Walls from USC, 6'1", 209 pounds. He's a hybrid. He's projected to be a first or second rounder, but you see we got him 100% scouted. He's a top 5 talent for sure. One of the best players in the draft, and he's all the way down here at pick 16. Definitely had to go for him. 21 years old, he has great acceleration, great agility, good change of direction, great speed, and great strength. He had the fastest 40-yard dash of all the safeties. Skills-wise, he has A awareness, A catching, A finesse moves. He has B zone coverage and B man coverage. B tackle, he has hidden dead with 91 speed, 84 jumping. Here in the second round, we have pick 31 since we made it to the Super Bowl. I'm going to draft this wide receiver at the top right here, Marcus Pierce. He is a physical, and he's from Wisconsin, 6'4", 229 pounds. Projected to be a first or second rounder. I have him 100% scouted. His true talent is second to third round. We're basically into the third round here. He has A, catching traffic, B, catching. 22 years old. He has good speed, good strength, great jumping, and good change of direction. And he looks like he's probably gonna be pretty good. So normal dev, 92 speed. We need help at wide receiver, so I had to just go ahead and take him. Didn't really have a choice. Here in the third round, I'm gonna draft this defensive end. He's a speed rusher, so I'll definitely be moving him to outside linebacker. We need to try to get someone better than Clavon Chason to be our pass rusher. His name's Tyreek Sharper. He's from Wake Forest. He's 6'3", 259 pounds. Only got him 50% scouted. 22 years old, but he has great acceleration, good agility, good change of direction, only solid speed with decent strength. He has B injury, but the main thing I saw was that he has B finesse move and B tackle. His power move could be between a B to a D. Normal dev, his speed's only 78, so that's freaking terrible for a pass rusher and outside linebacker. Here in the fourth round, I'm going to draft another defensive end. That's a speed rusher that I can move to outside linebacker. This guy, Clifton Proctor from Florida State, 6'3", 263 pounds. He's 22 years old. He has good acceleration, great change of direction, elite jumping, and good speed, so he should be faster than the other guy. The only thing is that his finesse move is only a C, and his power moves could only be between a C to a F, but he might have the upside of having hidden depth, so I'm taking a chance. He only has normal dev, but he has 82 speed with 84 jumping. Here in the fifth round, I'm going to draft this left tackle, Jimmy Bishop from Clemson. He's 6'5", 307 pounds. He's an agile scheme fit. 23 years old. He does have great acceleration with elite agility and good change of direction with good strength. He has A impact block with A lead block, and he has an F in a couple of things, but we're getting pretty low here in the draft, so taking a chance on him. He has normal dev with 87 strength. I recorded what the draft recap was looking like, and for some reason I accidentally deleted it. I don't know what the heck happened. There's no way to go back and look at it because I already advanced to the beginning of the next season. But that safety I drafted, Zach Walls, is a 78 overall with hidden dev. He was the third highest overall in the whole class. The highest overall in the whole class was an 81 overall strong safety, who was the other safety that I had 100% scouted. That was a top 5 for sure. And then there was I think a left tackle that was a 79 overall. But yeah, Walls was the third highest overall. Got him with pick number 16, so I'm happy that I made the trade to go and get him. The other guy that I drafted was this wide receiver. He was only a 72 overall with normal div, and then everyone else, all the defensive ends and outside linebackers I drafted were all in the 60s, so no one to talk about. This is what the team is looking like for the beginning of season 4. The quarterback Owens still only has normal div. He's 77 overall. Dalvin Cook's a 93 with star. Justin Jefferson's a 99 X factor. We brought in Palmer and free agency is 80 with normal div, and then Everett's can be our third receiver. Hawkinson's playing up to a 93 with star div. Still got all the same guys on the offensive line. Ingram's up to 75. Defensively, we do have Zach Allen playing defensive end, but he's injured right now. We brought in DJ Reader, and then cornerback Pound is up to 81. He's the best on the team at corner. Lewis Seen at free safety, 79 star div. We're gonna have to go with Clavon Chase on outside linebacker for this season because he's the best one that we have. Eric Kendricks is 85 superstar. Danielle Hunter is 86 with star. So I'm gonna end up trading Marcus May and making Walls the rookie, the starter, obviously. I'm gonna trade Marcus May and then see if maybe I can add like a draft pick or something and try to get us a better pass rushing outside linebacker than Clavon Chase on. If not, then I'll just get whatever I can from Marcus May. Alright, I found this outside linebacker that's a power scheme, power rush scheme fit is what I was trying to say for our defense. He's 76 overall, he has star div. I think he's in his second year. They wanted my first round pick, 5th round pick, and 7th round pick. I'm gonna go ahead and do it just so we can get us a better pass rush and outside linebacker. So yeah, he is a 76 overall playing up to a 77. He's 24 years old, he's star div, he's a power rush scheme fit. And you see he has, his speed's only 79, well that's not that great, but he has 86 acceleration, 87 pursuit with 84 power moves. Only going to be better for us than Clavon Chase on, that's for sure. So we're going to go ahead and roll forward with that. And then I still need to trade away Marcus May, so I'm about to do that right now. The Broncos were willing to give me a 3rd round pick for Marcus May, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for sure. Here at the midseason point, we're not off to a great start. We're 3-4. We're sitting at 3rd in the division. The Packers and the Lions are both 4-3, and the Bears are 2-4. Check out players ready to negotiate. We got 98 million in cap space. Dalvin Cook's gonna be just 30 years old. Dang, he's getting up there now. All right, we have a few guys we need to check out for sure. Let's start with Dalvin Cook. I'm gonna go ahead and offer him a 3-year deal for 23 mil. He's coming back. Eric Kendricks, 33 years old. I'm gonna wait till the end of the year because he's probably gonna fall off pretty fast. Christian Darrisaw, he is 26 years old, 83 overall with star div. He wants 3 years, 44 mil. Bump him up to a 4-year deal since he's not extremely interested, but he did sign. Good to see. Lewis Seen, he is 25 years old, 79 overall scheme fit with star div. He wants 2 years, 6.78 mil. I'm gonna offer him a 3-year deal since he's not extremely interested. He's coming back. And let's see, we got Tressway, Garrett Bradbury at center. He wants 2 years, 14.9 mil. He's extremely interested, so I'll just go ahead and offer it to him. He's coming back. And we got Andrew Booth Jr. He's 24. He's only normal dev though, so man, I don't know. I'm scouting cornerbacks right now, but we don't have a 1st round pick either. I'll go ahead and offer him a 3-year deal for 11 million. That's not that much. We bump him up to a 4-year deal since he's not interested. He's coming back. Rashard White, moving on from him. End of the regular season, we finished 10-7 and won the division yet again for the 4th straight season in a row. The Lions went 9-8, the Packers went 8-9, and the Bears went 6-11. Let's check out the season stats here. We had the 4th ranked offense, very nice. Love to see that for sure. Defensively 25th, we took a step back. Stephen Owens threw for 4,900 yards, 42 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 68% completion with the 108 rating. Best season we had by a quarterback in this rebuild so far. Dalvin Cook had 1,000 yards, 4.5 per carry with 6 touchdowns. Rashad White, 376 yards, 3.4 per carry with 7 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson led the team in yards, 1,245 and 12 touchdowns. Joshua Palmer, the free agent wide receiver we signed, he had 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Darren Everett had 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns. T.J Hockenson, 75 catches, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. Defensively, Andrew Booth led the team in tackles. What the heck? He heard me talking crap about him and decided to go off. All right, TFLs, DJ Reader had 18, my bad. Zach Allen had 18, Ed Oliver had 12, and Danielle Hunter had 10. Sacks, Zach Allen led the team with 7.5. Ed Oliver had 6.5. Daniil Hunter only had 4.5. DJ Reader had 3.5. That linebacker, oh, this is the one we drafted, had 3. Or was the one that we traded for? Perkins only had 1.5 sacks. What the heck? Cam Dantzler led the team in interceptions with 3. Zach Walls, the rookie safety, had 2. Otis Williams had 2. Daniil Hunter had 1. Kendricks had 1. Booth Jr. had 1. Chauncey Parham had 1. And Brian Lynn had 1. We're going to be playing against the 10-7 San Francisco 49ers in the first round of the playoffs. We also have the Rams against the Cowboys, the Falcons against the Lions, and then the Washington Commanders had a first round bye week. Gonna simulate this playoff game and see if we can get us a win here. Got the win 24-20. Very nice. Love to see that. We're going against the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons next time, or the next week of the playoffs. We also have the Commanders against the Cowboys on the other side. Gonna simulate this game and see if we get us into another NFC Conference Championship game here. We beat the Falcons 29-22, making it to our second straight NFC Conference Championship game. We're gonna be going against the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys beat the Rams 38-24. They also beat the Commanders 31-28. On the other side, we have the Chiefs against the Colts in the AFC Championship game. Playing here in Minnesota, we're up 3-0. We're up 6-0 in the second quarter. Now it's 6-3. Everyone just kicking field goals. 9-3. More field goals now. We're down 10. Now we're up 16-10 in the third. 16-13. We're up. Fourth quarter, we're still winning by 3 points. We got to hold them off. Now we're up by 10, 23-13. Now it's 23-20. We ended up winning the game by 3, going to the second straight Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, we're going to be playing against the 9-8 Indianapolis Colts. See, they beat the Raiders 42-19. They beat the Bills 21-14, and then they beat the Chiefs 37-13. Dang. All right, we'll see how this goes. Playing in our second straight Super Bowl, we're down 7-0, now 7-3. In the first quarter, we're losing. Now we're up, now we're losing. 14. Now it's 14-13. There's a lot of scores happening here. We're down 21-13, 21-20 in the second quarter, 24-20 in the third. We're losing by 1 point right now. Now it's 27-23. Fourth quarter, we're down. Now we're up 30-27 in the fourth. Now we're up by 10, 37. Now 37-34, down by 3. We ended up losing. We were up by 3 is what I meant to say. Then we lost 41-37, man. 2 Super Bowls in a row and lost. With the new Buffalo Bills going to multiple Super Bowls in a row and losing. Colts beat us in the Super Bowl 41-37 to win their 3rd ever Super Bowl, and Jonathan Taylor won Super Bowl MVP for the Colts. I did see that the Colts had Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Josh Allen won MVP of the regular season with the Bills. Darren Young won Coach of the Year with the Commanders. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year with the Browns. We have $93 million in cap space. Eric Kendricks fell all the way down to a 78 overall, 34 years old, so I'm not going to bring him back. Pretty much not going to bring any of these guys back. They're all, pushing 28 years old, and they'll have normal dev. So I'm going to be going into free agency and trying to spend heavily with this $93 million, since we pretty much, we have like second, third round picks. We don't have any first round picks, so... Before free agency, the quarterback Owens jumped up to star dev. He's technically an 82 overall, but he has a +4 morale boost up to 86. Palmer jumped up to star dev too, nice. And Everett's up to 79. We do need to get a new right guard. I guess we could put Clayton there if we needed to. Hockenson's up to he's playing up to a 95. So the offense is looking, good, pretty freaking good. Defensively, we need another middle linebacker since we lost Eric Kendricks. That safety Walls only had star dev 82 overall right now. Dantzler passed over Pounds because he has a +2 morale boost. Andrew Booth Jr. got his star dev back after I was talking crap about him. So pretty much on defense, we just need one middle linebacker. Maybe one that has like superstar dev, X Factor, whatever we can find, since we got a crap ton of money. On offense, we could use another wide receiver and a right guard. Free agency, I'm bringing in Deron Payne at defensive tackle. He's an 88 overall with X Factor. He's a scheme fit. He's basically one of the best players available in the entire free agency class. Bringing in a punter, and I'm also bringing in Drew Tranquil at middle linebacker. If you look at all the linebackers that were available, he's one of the best ones for sure. The other one we had was Rashaan Evans, and then he was the best one with the 79 overall. And then, we could have brought Eric Kendricks back, but Drew Tranquill is 3 years younger and he's faster. He has 87 speed and Kendricks only has 82. And then we brought in Cody Whitehair to play right guard. He's a left guard, but I'm moving him to right guard. I did try to bring Ingram back at right guard, but he didn't want to sign with us. Try to also bring some other guys back at right guard that were, not bring them back, but sign some higher overalls, but everyone turned us down. I don't care about the fact that we won, or we didn't win 2 Super Bowls. We went to 2 Super Bowls in a row and lost both. Here in the 3rd round of the draft, since we don't have a 1st or a 2nd rounder, this player right here, this free safety, Scott Swartzen, looks like the best player that's available right now. From Connecticut, he is 6 foot, 210 pounds. He's a zone scheme fit, 50% scouted on him. 23 years old. He has good acceleration, great agility, good change of direction. Speed is only solid, but skills wise he could have between B to D on man coverage and A to C on zone coverage. He does have B hit power. He has normal dead with 87 speed. I'm going to draft this right guard, Kevin Peterson from Florida State. 6'3", 312 pounds. He has an agile scheme fit. He might be good enough to start for us. He has great in everything except for his speed and strength are good. Skills wise, he has A impact block, B lead block, and he has B in like everything. So normal dev, 87 strength. I bet he probably is going to be like a 72 to a 75 overall. Draft recap, ended up simulating after the 3rd round, but that free safety we drafted is only a 66 overall. That right guard though, he's a 73, and I was guessing he's probably gonna be between a 72 to a 75, so I guessed right on that. Computer drafted this defensive tackle, 70 overall in the 4th round. He only has normal dev. Let's check out the rest of the draft recap. The highest, or number 1 overall pick was a 72 overall right tackle. Jacksonville doing great up there, drafting number 1 overall. Highest overall was a 77 corner, and then 2 strong safeties were 77 overall, taken in the 2nd round. This is what the team is looking like for the 5th and final season. The quarterback, Owens, is 82 overall with star dev. Dalvin Cook's 92 with star. Justin Jefferson's a 99 X factor. Palmer's a 82 with star. Hockenson's all the way up to a 94 still with star dev. I'm just going to go ahead and roll with Whitehair at right guard since he's a 78 overall. The offensive line looks the best that it ever has. It's all the same guys besides this guy, obviously. Defensively, we had to end up moving on from Eric Kendricks. We brought in Tranquill at middle linebacker. I was hoping we were going to be able to get someone probably in like the higher 80s with at least superstar dev. But it is what it is. Walls is up to 82. Lewis Seen hasn't really developed. He's staying around the 80. We got Dantzler, Booth Jr., and Pounds at cornerback. Defensive lines looking freaking nasty. We brought in DJ Reader. Last year we brought him in. And we also brought in Deron Payne. He has a X factor. He's 86 overall. Moved him to defensive end. So hopefully this defense is going to lead us to another Super Bowl appearance. We might be able to get us 3 Super Bowl appearances in a row. At the midseason point, we're not off to a bad start. We're 4-3, but we're actually first in the division. The Packers are 4-3, the Lions are 3-4, and the Bears are 2-5. Simulating to the playoffs to see if we make it in. End of the regular season, we finished 11-6, won the division yet again. We're just out here running the North, straight up balling on these fools. Stats wise, let's see what happened over here. We had the 15th ranked offense, not bad. Defensively, top 10, 16th. All right, that was not, I was hoping it was gonna be better, but that's not bad either. Stephen Owens threw for 4,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 67% completion with a 102 rating. Pretty solid season from him. Dalvin Cook, 1,000 yards, 4.5 per carry with 11 touchdowns. Receiving, Justin Jefferson, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. Josh Palmer, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Everett had 988 with 5 touchdowns. T.J Hockenson, 71 catches, 730 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Defensively, Drew Tranquill led the team in tackles with 117. Deron Payne had 16 TFLs, Ed Oliver had 15, and DJ Reader had 10. Daniil Hunter finally going off with some sacks here, led the team with 15.5. Ed Oliver 14.5. Deron Payne 8.5. DJ Perkins, the guy that we traded for, had 7.5. DJ Reader had 4.5. Andrew Booth Jr. led the team in interceptions with 3. Brandon Pounds had 2. Tranquill had 2. Williams had 1, and Cam Dantzler had 1. We're going to be playing against the 9-8 Rams in the wild card round of the playoffs. We also have the 49ers against the Lions, the Buccaneers against the Commanders, and the Cowboys have a first round bye week. Gonna simulate this game and see if we can win us the wild card game here. We ended up losing 24-17, so no three-peat on the Super Bowl. I mean, at least I'm not making it 3 times in a row. We did lose twice. 49ers beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl 48-45 to win their 6th ever Super Bowl. Trey Lance at quarterback won Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow won MVP of the regular season with the Bengals. Zach Taylor won Coach of the Year with the Bengals. Chris Godwin won Offensive Player of the Year with the Buccaneers. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. This is what the final team is looking like. T.J Hockenson, the whole reason why we're doing this rebuild, is up to a 94 overall. He does have star dev. He's 30 years old at this point. See what he did while he was with Minnesota. I mean, he pretty much put up great numbers, obviously, but his first season there, he put up 800 yards, 4 touchdowns, over 700 yards every year except for this season right here. But he averaged about five touchdowns per season. I mean, the offense isn't necessarily focused on him like the Chiefs' offensive playbook where it focuses on the tight end. I was thinking about running that offense, but I didn't want to take away from Justin Jefferson. I'm pretty sure no matter what offense you run, Justin Jefferson's probably still going to get his since he's a 99 X factor. This quarterback Owens that we drafted, he only had normal dev and he got off to kind of a slow start developmental wise, but he did end up getting boosted up to star dev, and I think that he will probably end up developing into probably like a low 90s overall, maybe get up to superstar. So yeah, I think overall, we did a pretty good job. Deron Payne and DJ Reader, Ed Oliver, all these guys are new on the defensive line. I do like to build up my defensive line as best as I can. Pretty much every position, obviously, I like to build up the best I can, but I do like to focus on defensive line. That safety Walls that we drafted is up to 83 pounds. Did pretty good for us. He was the first guy that we drafted in the first draft that we had. That rookie season, he had 6 interceptions. I thought he was going to go off, but then he ended up only having 2 and 0 and then 2. So that's going to be it for the video. If y'all like what y'all saw in the video, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and like the video. Say something down in the comments. I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.